What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, the GWOAT, greatest woman of all time, T-Rex, Olympic two-time gold medalist, undefeated three-division world champion, undisputed in two separate weight classes, superstar boxer, Claressa T-Rex Shields, who has 13 wins, no loss, no draw, 2 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. She's currently the undisputed middleweight world champion right now as it stands. She's coming off the biggest victory of her career, October 15th, when she defeated her biggest rival, at least on paper, which was the last person that beat her in the amateurs, and that was Savannah Marshall, okay? And Claressa Shields, she won a unanimous decision. She won that fight going away, in my opinion. And she's beat some of the best women in boxing in a short period of time. Only 13 fights at 27 years of age. Okay? Claressa Shields is highly, highly decorated. She beat Savannah Marshall, as I stated, which was viewed as her biggest rival. She beat Hannah Rankins. She beat another fighter who was seen as a major threat to her, which was Christina Hammer, who came into the fight with 24 wins, no losses, and no draws, okay? And Christina Hammer was viewed as, a serious hurdle for Claressa Shields. And once again, she passed that test with flying colors, okay? And you're talking about Christina Hammer, who was 5'11" with a 71-inch arm reach, okay? She came into this fight against Claressa Shields having 11 knockouts in her career, seen as a big puncher that was technically sound, okay? Like the Sergey Kovalev of women boxing, right? In her prime, she was undefeated. So Christina Hammer, right? She's now fought 4 times since she fought Claressa Shields and lost to Claressa Shields back in April of 2019. She has 2 knockouts and 2 unanimous decision victories, okay? So Claressa Shields, she beat Christina Hammer, okay? Then Hannah Rankins, okay, was seen as, a huge hurdle for Claressa Shields, and Hannah Gabriels. She beat both of them, okay? Then she beat Ivan Habazin, okay? Then she beat Savannah Marshall, right? That's not to mention the Emma Kozine, the DeCare, these fighters that she beat also. She also beat in her first professional fight. She beat Franchon Cruz de Zone, right? She beat Franchon Cruz de Zone in her first fight, okay, as a professional. Okay, if you don't know who Franchon Cruz de Zone is, she's the undisputed world champion right now in her weight class, okay? She's the undisputed super middleweight world champion, Franchon Cruz de Zone. Claressa Shields is a world champion at 168, at 160, and at 154, okay? She's undisputed in these separate weight classes. Claressa Shields is an Olympic 2-time gold medalist. So yesterday marked a big night for professional boxing in the women's side, right? Where you had 2 future Hall of Famers. One a surefire future Hall of Famer in 7-division world champion, 10-time world champion, and now undisputed world champion in Amanda Serrano, the real deal Serrano. She became undisputed last night. And then you had also Alicia Baumgartner. She became undisputed, unified champion, 3-time world champion, unified world champion. Alicia Baumgartner became undisputed yesterday, right? And now keep in mind, October 15th, you had Alicia Baumgartner. She faced off against Mikel Maya unification bout, and that was the co-main event to Claressa Shields taking on Savannah Marshall, okay, for undisputed, right? So these are huge fights that are happening back to back. Christina Hammer, sure is going to make her name and make a case to have a big fight. Okay, Franchon Cruz de Zone is undisputed in the super middleweight division. And you had Amanda Serrano take on Katie Taylor in arguably the biggest fight in boxing the atmosphere was electrifying at Madison Square Garden. Okay, and Katie Taylor, another decorated fighter, is multi-division world champion, Olympic gold medalist, and undisputed world champion. Now you're gonna have Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor fight May 20th. Two undisputed world champions going at it in a highly anticipated rematch. Already set May 20th in Ireland. First fight in New York for in the hometown of Amanda Serrano. Second fight rematch in Ireland, hometown of Katie Taylor. Two undisputed champions are going to go at it, right? And so Claressa Shields, she was going back and forth with people on social media, and she said women run the sport of boxing, right? And obviously you're going to get people that take offense to it. But she made a serious point. Now, I don't believe women run the sport of boxing, but I do believe that Claressa Shields made a serious case in what she stated. And she had this to say, quote, she said, just to stir the pot a little bit, right? Yes, women boxing has a smaller pool of women. Sure. She says, I'm agreeing to disagree. Then she puts the tongue out laughing emoji. But at least we're not scared to fight each other in bold capital letters. Then she goes on to say, the men have a small of a A-class fighters. They don't ever fight each other. Then she put the coffin emoji. Then she put hashtag women run boxing. To which Shakur Stevenson, undefeated Olympic silver medalist, two-division world champion, former unified WBO, WBC super featherweight world champion, superstar boxer, who has a record of 19 wins, no loss, no draw, 9 wins by way of knockout. He is 25 years of age, 5'8", with a 68-inch arm reach. He says, he responded, and he said, wow, I'm paraphrasing, okay? He said, wow, what did we do to y'all? Then he put the laughing out emojis. Claressa Shields has a great point. She's 1,000% correct, regardless of what side of the fence you stand on. If you're a fan of this fighter A or a fan of fighter B, the best are not fighting the best. And as she stated, right, the sport of boxing in men division is top heavy. So yes, there's not as many women boxers. Okay, so like she said, there's a small pool of women boxers, right? But when you narrow it down, it evens out because there's a small pool of A-class fighters in the male division, right? So it evens out. And like she said, and they're not fighting each other, regardless of who you feel like is to blame. Fighter A is to blame for fighter B not fighting, right? It doesn't matter who you choose to blame. The fact remains is that they're not fighting each other. And Claressa Shields, she done fought Christina Hammer immediately. She fought Savannah Marshall. She fought Hannah Rankins, okay? She fought Franchon Cruz de Zone, who's the undisputed champion, okay? Amanda Serrano has fought Katie Taylor and everybody else. Now we have Alicia Baumgartner. She already fought Mikkel Maya, and they look like they're going into a rematch, and she's undisputed. We getting a rematch between Serrano and Katie Taylor already. So these women fighters are mixing it up. They're fighting each other. The men are not fighting each other at top heavy, regardless of how you slice it. I don't care who fault you feel it is, right? Whether you feel like it's the promotional side, whether you feel like it's the manager side or the fighters themselves. The fact remains is that they're not fighting each other. I don't care who you're a fan of. If you're a fan of the sport of boxing first, you will see that they're just simply not fighting each other, especially not at the rate that the women are fighting each other. And again, you can say, yeah, Cecilia Brækhus, she fought the best that there's to offer. Okay? So they're mixing it up. The men are not mixing it up, period. They're not making it happen, okay? And it's unfortunate. It truly is unfortunate, right? That we're not getting, the best fight in the breast, period. And like she said, there is a small pool of women boxers, but it evens out because there's only a small pool of A-side fighters, A-plus fighters in the men division. You have Jessica McCaskill. She already fought Cecilia Brækhus twice. They fought each other twice already. You understand? So there's no rhyme or reason or excuse for these fights not to happen, point blank and period, right? There's simply no reason for these fights not to happen. Regardless if you the situation between Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, they're not fighting. You have Gervonta Tank Davis with Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson. They haven't fought. You have Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. They should have been fought. Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. They should have fought. Right? It's taken forever to get an announcement for Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. There's plenty of fights that should be taking place, and they're not happening. It's simply not happening. Regardless of what side you want to point the finger at, it ain't happening, and she's 1,000% correct. So hopefully in the year 2023, everything shakes up and it finally happens. Period. We know that Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis are on the verge of fighting each other. Why haven't we gotten an announcement? We heard that Keith Thurman and Errol Spence is fighting each other. Why isn't there an announcement? Okay, we heard that Naoya Inoue is going to fight Steve Fulton. Where's the announcement? Where's the announcement? We just recently got an announcement for David Benavidez, Caleb Plant. Should have been happened. It should have been happened. Period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.